Is this the best exercise bike for the value considering the features this bike comes with? This is the Yesoul G1 Screen bike, and I'm hoopsmiles, and I'm gonna be reviewing this bike in this video. Now, I have tried out other exercise bikes in the past, including using exercise bikes at the gym I have a membership to, so it'll be interesting to see how this bike right here performs. Later on in this video, I will let you know if this is an exercise bike I would recommend or if it's something you should avoid. In terms of disclosure, for the purpose of making this video, Yesoul did send me this bike for free. They also sent me a free seat cover and a free casting cable and a free 3-month subscription to their app. Also, I will be sending this video to Yesoul before posting, but I don't recall anything in my agreement with them that says I can't be honest in this video. With that said, let's get into this review and see if this bike is worth it or not. In terms of what the packaging looks like, this bike did come in 2 different boxes. As for the bike seat cover and the casting cable, they were each in their own packaging attached to the outside of the smaller box. Now, I'm not gonna go into detail about how to assemble this bike, but here's a look at the Yesoul G1 parts, tools, and instructions that came inside the boxes. This screw also came inside one of the boxes, which wasn't shown in this previous layout. When it did come to assembling this bike, I don't feel like it was too difficult to put together. It did come with directions, and I felt like the directions were fairly easy to follow. One of the first things I noticed about this bike is the durability. Just looking at the build quality of this thing, the majority of it looks like it's made of metal. To give you an example, when riding this bike, it feels super smooth and clean. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break, and I can even pick up the pace here and get this thing going a lot faster, and I can even stand up and the bike still supports my weight. So that's something I really like about the bike itself, is it just feels really sturdy, and I like the build quality. Also too, when riding this bike, it's not very loud, I can barely hear it, so that's another feature that I like as well. Also, if at any point in this video you like this bike and you wanna buy it, you can do so by visiting my link in the description of this video. That is an affiliate link, which means I could possibly make some extra money if you buy through that link. Not that you're required to buy this bike, I do recommend watching the rest of the review first. Now, in terms of adjustability, it is possible to adjust the seat up and down. So here's the lowest the seat can go, and then here's the highest the seat can go. It's also possible to adjust the seat forward and backwards as well. You can also adjust the front of the bike, the handlebars here, by loosening this knob right here. And then I can, adjust it down. I can also pull it up. Another nice feature about this bike, it does have a dual water bottle holder in the front right here, which appears to be made of plastic. And this holder can also be a nice place to set your phone. Here's a closer look at this bike seat. In terms of the level of padding, here's what it looks like when I squish my thumbs into the seat. Now, if you are interested in getting some extra padding, Yesoul does sell a padded seat cover. This exercise bike also came with a couple 1 kilogram weights right here, which you can use in your exercises while riding. And then when you're not using the weights, there is a holder in the back right here to put the weights. Here's a closer look at what the handlebars look like. Now, something that's nice about these handlebars is there's a lot of places for different grip options. So, if someone likes to, hold the bike here, or hold it here, there's so many different types of options for grip, which is another nice feature about this bike. Another nice feature, it does have a carriage on each pedal to hold your feet in place, which is also adjustable. Not all exercise bikes may have a carriage on each pedal, so that is a feature that I like about this one. How you change the resistance of this bike, there is a knob right here that you can just loosen if you want it to be easier, and then you can tighten it if you want it to be harder. And it is in a nice spot right here because you don't have to get off the bike while you're doing a workout. Now it's time to get into one of the main features about this bike, which is this screen right here. Now, something that's nice about this screen is there isn't a power cable dangling from this device. Instead, the cording goes through the bike, leading to a plug-in close to the ground at the back of the bike. This screen is adjustable. I can adjust it to the sides, just like this. I can also move it up and down at different angles as well. To turn the screen on and off, there is a button in the back that you can press. And once you turn the screen on, it'll start up. It does take a moment to fully get going. Now, this screen is not like a regular TV. It does not come with a remote control. So if you do want to adjust the brightness of the screen, you basically kind of toggle the on-off switch up and down, and then to adjust the volume, you toggle it to the left or the right. Now, in terms of the make of this screen, the backside and the areas around the screen appear to primarily be made of plastic. Now, when touching the screen itself, it too feels like it could be made of plastic, but I could be wrong. A nice feature about this screen is that it does have Wi-Fi capabilities, so depending on the type of phone that you have, you could possibly mirror what's on your phone screen to the bike screen. Here's an example of me using a third-party app on my phone to mirror my phone screen onto the bike screen wirelessly. Now, if you do have a poor Wi-Fi connection, Yesoul also has a casting cable that you can plug into your phone and then also plug into the screen, and that's another way that you can get what's on your phone onto the screen. Personally, I prefer mirroring my screen wirelessly versus using the casting cable, partly because you don't have to use a cable to do so, and I just like the overall experience using the wireless setup. Also, your screen mirroring experience may depend on the type of third-party app that you choose to use as well. So maybe if I got a better casting cable app, my experience would be better. In the end, I do like having both casting options, just in case if my wireless connection is having issues. Here's a look at the inputs on the screen right here. It does have an HDMI port. It also appears to have an Ethernet port and a couple of USB ports. Now, depending on the type of TV you have, you may be able to transmit the screen from your TV to this bike screen using an HDMI cable. Now I'm gonna give you an example of what this screen sounds like. I will be using this microphone right here to record the sound from this screen. So the sound quality could potentially be limited, but here it is.
How to hoop it up around the waist, first find a place where you have enough space.
Now I want to show you the Yesoul Fitness app on my phone. Now this app is packed with a lot of different content. Now if you're interested in doing classes, they have different fitness classes, including a bunch of different bike classes. There's classes for beginners, intermediates, and also for people that are more advanced. They also have some other features on this app too. For example, here is a scenic ride in Grindelwald, Switzerland. So as you can see, there it is right there. So it's like I'm riding the bike in Switzerland. And these scenic rides also have music. So if you want to turn the volume up, you can. Something nice about this screen, it does show you some helpful stats, such as the current bike resistance. So I can change that. So right now I just loosen it up so it's up to 8%, but I can also put it at higher resistance now at 20%. It also shows the wattage output. It also shows the RPM right there. It also shows how many miles I've gone, along with KJ and KCal as well. Now, if you don't want to do the scenic ride, you can also do the just ride setting, which also gives you some stats. You can also set weekly goals on the app as well. Now, in terms of the classes, there are so many different classes to choose from. Now, personally, I have very little experience following along with workout classes, so I may not be the best person to review classes on the Yesoul app. In my very limited experience of using the Yesoul app, I've only fully completed one class, and I've seen some shorter clips from a small number of other classes too. Some class moments I saw I wasn't into, but the one class I actually did complete was pretty solid. The instructor of that class did a nice job guiding through the workout while offering some helpful tips too. Much of the Yesoul app is behind a paywall, but they do offer some free stuff too. So you could potentially download their app and try out their free offerings, and if it is something that you like, you could always subscribe to their paid version. Also, you don't have to use the app to use this bike. Personally, I like the idea of working out on this bike while watching content mirrored from my phone screen, which doesn't require the app to do that. Now it's time to give you my overall opinion about this bike. Is this something that I would recommend? And my answer is yes. I think this is a great bike. This is something I could see myself potentially using, and I would totally recommend this bike. If you are interested in getting this bike, you can do so by visiting my affiliate link in the description of this video. And if you buy through that link, it can give me some extra money. So if you are going to buy one of these bikes, make sure to click on my link in the description first and then buy, because it would mean a lot to me, and thank you so much for buying. Also, another feature about this bike, it does have a pair of wheels on the front towards the ground, which do appear to be made of plastic. Having wheels could possibly make it easier to transport. So if I grab this right here and bend it, then I can just kind of wheel it to where I want it to go. So that's also a nice feature on this bike. When rolling this bike on its wheels, I believe I did scratch the floor or leave some sort of longer dent. So if you do have a floor that's that's more susceptible to scratches, or you're just concerned about marking up your floor, then you may want to put something underneath the bike before you roll it. Or you could possibly just pick up the bike and move it that way too. Now, when you're not moving the bike around and the bike is just stationary, the part of the bike that does contact the ground are these circular pieces that are on the bottom part of the bike. In total, there are 4 of these pieces, which feel more rubbery to the touch on the outside, which is something I like because I wouldn't want metal directly pressing up against the floor. Now, before I go any further, I do want to let you know about my health. I am currently battling cancer. I do have chronic myeloid leukemia. I'm also on chemotherapy right now too. My last 3 blood draws have come up undetectable. Even though my last blood draw was undetectable, I will likely be on chemotherapy for more than 2 years. Something I have become more present to at times during my cancer journey is the impermanence of life. Who knows how long we have left on this earth, which is one of the reasons why it's so important to not wait around to follow your dreams. One of my dreams for this channel is to reach 100,000 subscribers, so it would be so awesome if you could subscribe. It would mean so much to me, and it would add to the victory over my health situation. Also, what is your dream in life? Tell me in the comments. If one of your dreams is to get fit, or you just want to lose weight, and if this bike could be a tool in achieving that dream, then why wait around for that? Once again, if you do buy through my affiliate link in the description of this video, thank you so much for your contribution. Big thanks to Yesoul for giving me this amazing bike, and to everyone out there who subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. And if you want to watch more videos from me, check out some of the videos popping up on the screen right now. Thank you for watching, everyone. Until next time, enjoy.